Hello there. I'm Ruth Hull. I trained as a homeopathic doctor and an integrative health consultant, and I help people rebuild their health when they are completely and utterly burnt out, when they feel they have no more energy, when they've got lots and lots of health problems, and they just don't know where to start. If you're one of those people, then please have a look at my website, ruthhull.com. That's ruthhull.com. Now, something that a lot of people struggle with when they're tired all the time is pain and spasms, cramps in the calves, stiff neck. If you're a woman, period pains, period cramps. A lot of people get a lot of earache as well. So today I'm going to talk about a little remedy that you can buy in a lot of pharmacies, most health shops. You can easily get online. And it's something that I recommend you keep at home and you use whenever you've got any muscular cramps or spasms, when you've got those, anything where there's a sharp shooting pain, a stabbing pain. Perhaps you have children, if you've got little kids and they get terrible earache, it's great for earache. If you've got a little baby who's got colic, that terrible abdominal pain. If you yourself are struggling with irritable bowel syndrome, where there's a lot of cramping and a lot of pain, this is the remedy for you. It's tissue salt. It's called Phos. So Phos, it's tissue salt. In some countries, it's known as a biochemic salt or a cell salt, magnesium phosphate. So let me firstly tell you a little bit about tissue salts so that you know what they are and how to use them, and then I'll chat a little bit more about Phos. So tissue salts or biochemic salts or biochemic cell salts, sometimes just called cell salts, are very, very, what's the word? They're very dilute, very gentle natural remedies that can be used safely. Our body is made up of a whole load of different minerals, such as magnesium, such as phosphorus, calcium, iron. We need all these minerals, all these elements to function properly. And sometimes when we have too little of one of them or too much of one of them, there's an imbalance, and these imbalances cause symptoms. So the tissue salt I'm talking about today is Phos. If we have an imbalance in the amount of magnesium and phosphorus in our body, if we are lacking in it, or if we have too much of it, we're going to get very specific symptoms in our body, mainly cramping, muscular spasms, nerve pain, and always sharp shooting, stabbing pains. And this shows us that there's an imbalance of Phos and that we need to supplement it in some way. Now, supplements such as magnesium are very, very popular. Unfortunately, you can easily take too much of it, and this can cause a problem. Or you might be taking one that's not bioavailable, and therefore it's pointless taking it. Or if, as I said earlier, you've got a tiny little baby who's struggling with spasms, you cannot give them a magnesium supplement. So this is when your tissue salts come in. They are very, very, very dilute substances. They act gently. They do take time to act. They're not like your painkillers that you buy off a shelf, not your medical painkillers that you buy off a shelf that help quickly. They do take time to act, because what they're doing is they are balancing and reorganizing what's going on inside your body. So you do have to be a little bit patient with them. So the way you take them is either you will buy them as drops, or more commonly as little white tablets. These, the magnesium phosphate will be actually in a little lactose tablet, usually a little white sugar pill. And if you have a very acute problem, for example, if you have period pains. If you're a woman and you've got really bad period cramps, they're debilitating. You don't want to go to work. If you've got a teenage daughter and she doesn't want to go to school because the period pain is so bad, then you need to give her the tissue salt regularly. So often, every 10 minutes, give her 2 tablets every 10 minutes, or put the drops into some water and sip that every 10 minutes. So you see, you've got to do it quickly. If you've got a very bad stabbing headache, if you have a migraine where there's that stabbing pain behind your eyes, if you have a baby with colic screaming, or if you have a child with an earache, a very, very bad stabbing kind of earache. What else? Cramps. if you have cramps in your calf muscles, for example, anywhere where there's that stabbing, that tension, that cramping, that spasms of muscles, extreme nerve pain, you need to take your Phos regularly. So it will be 2 tablets every 10 minutes until the pain subsides. Once the pain subsided, you can take it every 20 minutes, every 30 minutes, and then stop. Once the pain's gone, you can stop. So that's the one way of taking it, is when you have the acute pains. Phos can also be taken more long-term when you are prone to, every month you get the period pains. You constantly have a stiff neck or a tight neck. Maybe you have a tremor in your hands, or you tend to get a lot of tremors. Just trying to think when else you would take it at long-term. Yeah, I think that sort of covers it. Irritable bowel syndrome. If you've got irritable bowel syndrome, then you can take Phos long term. And another short-term acute condition would be a toothache. If you have a very bad toothache, you can take the Phos every 10 minutes. Okay, so back to long-term management. So if you have something that's constantly going on, irritable bowel syndrome is a perfect example. Or if you get a lot of neck and muscular tension and tension headaches from, that the headaches are from your muscles contracting and tight neck and tight shoulders, you can take Phos long term. So then you would just take 2 tablets 3 to 4 times a day, every day, ongoing. Don't expect a miracle straight away. Don't expect big changes straight away. You probably after 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see a nice improvement. What I do suggest for people like me who forget to take their remedies 3 to 4 times a day is to put the tablets, grind them up. So I get a teaspoon and I put 4 tablets in a teaspoon and I grind it, and then I put it into a bottle of water and I just sip from the water throughout the day. So that's the thing with your tissue salts, is you do need to take them frequently. So every 10 minutes when you're in pain, or 3 to 4 times a day when you are taking them long term. You do need to be patient with them as well, but they work beautifully. They really, really do. So another condition that Phos is beautiful for is writer's cramps. I'm a writer. If I write too much, I like writing longhand. I'm very old-fashioned. I should have been born a few centuries ago. But if I write for too long, I get that cramp. If you're a reflexologist or a massage therapist, if you're a piano player, you use your hands too much and you get that cramping, and reach for the Phos. You do get Phos in quite a few herbs. So if you are into herbs, your peppermint. Peppermint's a beautiful antispasmodic especially for intestinal cramps. If you get abdominal or intestinal cramps, peppermint is lovely. Peppermint tea, chamomile as well. So chamomile and valerian, peppermint, chamomile, valerian, dandelion as well, and dill. So those are herbs that you can just eat more of. You also get mag Phos in certain foods, for example, your leafy green vegetables. So just include more leafy greens in your diet. Bananas, apples, oranges, rich in mag Phos. So include more of those in your diet. Okay, so that is mag Phos. It is tissue salt. You can buy it in a lot of pharmacies, most health shops. You can buy it online. It's tissue salt number 8. Sometimes you see your cell salts or your biochemic salts, your tissue salts. They go by number. It's number 8. And it is for spasms. It's for spasms, for pain, for cramps, for muscle tension. It's a beautiful muscle relaxant, beautiful antispasmodic, beautiful painkiller. And if you're in a lot of pain or have a severe spasm, you need to take it every 10 minutes. Otherwise, if you want to just take it long term, you can take it 3 to 4 times a day. I have done a blog and a video on Phos, which is another really, really lovely tissue salt. You can go have a look at that blog I did. And Phos and mag Phos work really well together if you're under chronic stress. So if you have a lot of stress in your life and you've got that constant tight neck and shoulders, stiff jaw, you grind your teeth and you've got stiff jaw, lots of headaches. If you've got irritable bowel syndrome, you can take Phos and mag Phos together, and that'll really, really help you as well. So that's all for today. If you enjoy my videos and you want more health tips, please do have a look at my website, ruthhull.com. Subscribe to my weekly newsletter. I'll put a link below. Every week, every Monday, I send out a really short newsletter with a link to a longer video or a longer blog. And in my newsletters, I also always give extra health tips that I don't share anywhere else. So you have to be signed up for my newsletter to get it. And another really great perk of subscribing to my newsletter is you can hit reply and you can ask me questions about your health. And I will answer your questions in videos like this, or in my blogs, or in my newsletter itself. So if you've got questions, if you've got health problems, and you want some more advice, if you don't have time to research topics, but you want to learn more about them, you want them all put into a little nutshell in a video, please subscribe to my newsletter, hit reply and ask me your questions. Alrighty, that's all for now. Thank you so much for listening and take care. Bye.